So Annabelle and I was walking by this lake here, and we've seen this dead turtle right there. Made sure he was dead. He was kind of upside down, but I made sure he was dead. I turned him upright, but yeah, he's dead. Then we walked a little further, and then look at this big guy. Abel, come. Look at that big guy. He's just out here getting some sun. That's what he's doing. His mouth is open. Oh yeah, he's ready to strike. That fool is ready to strike at somebody. I think he might be just catching flies. Like, he might just be trying to catch some flies. He's waiting for them to land on his mouth. And he eats them. Wouldn't want to get bit by him though. So they're going to town on us today, people, with these chemtrails. Just sprayed that one, but they're gonna cover the sky again today, probably, in this chemtrail crap. What's up, all? I just pulled off. I was passing by and I pulled off this Audubon Park in Henderson, Kentucky, and just figured I'd show you guys what it looks like. It's kind of right off the road, but there's like many acres here of land, and I'm just kind of checking it out. It's kind of nice. He's just checking me out. He's just really checking me out. So nature made a little tree bridge right here. It's kind of neat. I gotta say, guys, that, and I'm sure a lot of you have found out too, but the majority of the sheeple masses are just so programmed and conditioned to be how they are. It's not even worth attempting to try to help them and enlighten them and wake them up. It's just a waste of your time and your energy. And 9 times out of 10, they're just going to backlash on you anyway. They're just so comfortable living in ignorance, and they've lived in ignorance for so long. So just don't waste your time with them. Really, the best thing that you can do for yourself when you've awakened and you see the truth and you know the truth is just focus on yourself. Fuck all the sheep people, you know what I mean? Even though they are a big part of the problem, and nothing's gonna change in this world unless the fucking sheeple masses wake their asses up, which it's looking pretty grim. I don't really see a lot of people awakening like they should. People are awakening up, but it's almost like everyone's fucking still asleep. I mean, the government has just molded sheeple into like control freaks. You know what I'm saying? Like, all the people that work for the government, all the sheeple bots that work for the government, that slave for the government, they're control freaks, controlling other people's lives. And they're getting paid, of course, to keep people enslaved. See, the sheeple masses, they don't have the slightest clue on how programmed they really are. They don't have the slightest clue on how conditioned, brainwashed they really are. Sheeple don't even know that they're sheeple, let alone them knowing that they're enslaved, you know? They're just trapped inside of their own mental box that they believe is true. Sheeple actually believe that they're smart. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? I mean, the system has played a big role in that. Like, oh yeah, you graduate, get a fucking degree or diploma, and it makes you smart. That shit is garbage. It's garbage. The whole time in school, they're raising kids to be modern day slaves, to work at a modern day slave position. They say and they tell kids that, yeah, you could be anything you want to be when you grow up, but the only thing they really teach in schools is to be a fucking slave, period. Just a job, you know what I mean? Just to pay bills until the day you die. That's pretty much how they want you to be. And they condition these kids to go along with that when they get out of school, and so they go get a job and they work and they're just miserable. People just are miserable, slaving, and they don't know why. They don't really know why they're miserable, but I'm telling you right now, if you're at a job and you're slaving at your job just for money, Monday through Friday or whatever, 8 hours a day, I mean, that shit can get draining. That's what it does. It drains your energy. It drains your soul. And that's what they use jobs mainly for, is just to drain you, drain your energy. The entire system is put in place just to drain us for everything that we fucking got. To steal from us. I mean, technically, in a way, everyone in the United States is renting from the government. You don't really own your land. You know, let's say for an example, you can't, or you stop paying your property taxes. Well, they'll come and they'll seize your land from you. So how the hell do you own that if they could just come and take it? Legally, by the way. It's not right. It's wrong. It's not the way it's supposed to be. It should be. The system doesn't let you technically really own anything but your own soul, and even that they're trying to fucking control and keep. And I'm telling you, the truth destroys people's illusions. And that is why sheeple, they just defend the hell out of all the lies and the indoctrinated bullshit that they've been programmed to believe. They've been programmed to attack the truth. They've been programmed to attack anything outside of their little indoctrinated bubble that they're living in. You know, it's true what they say, people, that truth and knowledge makes you unfit to be a slave. There comes a point when you find out too much, you learn too much, that you cannot be enslaved like everybody else is. You're too, aware of it. The sheeple masses aren't. They don't even know that they're slaves, you know what I mean? But once you find out the truth, you can't be played or manipulated like most people are. The sheeple masses are manipulated as fuck by the system. They'll believe whatever the fucking system wants them to believe, but when you've reached a certain consciousness level and you've elevated your consciousness so high, for one, you cannot go back to sleep. There ain't no way. Your whole perspective of the world and everything is going to change. And not everyone's going to see the world like it really is. They see the world, the sheeple masses see the world how they've been programmed to see the world. How they've been programmed to view the system as like a saint. Like, the system's here to help us. They've been deceived big time, because it's the complete opposite. The system is put in place. The beast system is here to destroy us, our mind, body, and our souls. And not many people wake themselves up to that truth. And I've said it in many videos too, the more you know, the more crap you can avoid that most people are consuming the hell out of, which is garbage and toxic shit. But if you're aware, you actually have a fighting chance, and you can help your loved ones, your kids, you know, if you're aware of everything that's going on. One of the hardest things to do to fully wake up is to leave your comfort zone. And the majority of people, sheeple, they do not want to leave their comfort zone. They've been just repeating the same thing usually over and over again, to where they became comfortable with it. They're so used to it, so they're content with everything. Like these people, for example, that work at these certain jobs, and they stay there and retire. They work there for 25, 30 some years at one job, doing the same shit. That's a chunk of their life that they're never going to get back, and they traded it for some fucking money. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck that. But see, most people have been raised and brought up into this system to be like that. Like, you gotta work for a living, and in a way you do, but you don't have to slave for a living like a lot of people are doing. They just trade a whole lot of their time for some fucking printed paper monopoly money that the Illuminati just print. It means nothing to them, really. To control everybody and everything. It's taken a lot of time. It's taken really a lot of time to get us, or for them, the elite, to get the system to what it is today. And it's only going to get worse if the sheeple masses stay fucking asleep and sheep and ignorant and silent about everything. That collectively people need to wake the fuck up. And I know people are waking up, but it's not enough. We need the majority of people to wake up for us to make an impact. And even if we do all get on somewhat the same page, we're all still kind of somewhat enslaved to this fucked up beast system, as long as there's sheeple bots that are working for the fucking government. The average sheep has no fucking idea how fucking bad the government really is. They don't have no clue how bad the beast system really is. That goes for most people. A lot of them, they don't think that it's impacting their lives. And see, that's an indoctrinated, retarded way of thinking, because this is impacting all of our lives. The chemtrails that they spray on us all the time, that we're breathing in, God knows what that stuff is actually doing to us long term. The poison that they put in most food and even drinking water, it is impacting them. Just because they're not aware of it doesn't mean it's not impacting them. You know what I mean? It's not affecting them. It is. But they're so asleep in a sheep and so ignorant that they don't know how this fucked up system is affecting them. By taking your kids and putting them in the public school system and dropping them off at school or whatever every fucking day, Monday through Friday, it's impacting, it's affecting them. You know what I'm saying? It is affecting your kids. But they're so stupid, they don't see that. Like, it's programming the kids. The beast system is programming the kids to create obedient fucking slaves. Ignorant obedient slaves is what they want, and that's what they're doing. There's so much that's going on that is affecting all of us. But the sheeple masses are too ignorant to understand that, because they don't see it. See, the average sheeple people, they see the world from a third dimensional level. They have not tapped in spiritually to the bigger picture of everything. That's why it's so hard for them to fathom everything that's going on and understand it all. Their mind is stuck in a fucking box. They've been hypnotized to be enslaved to this mental prison that they're living in. Sometimes I find it tough to try to come up and share content with y'all, because there's just so much shit that is going on in this world. It's just so much. Those of you that have been following me for a while, or that have went down the rabbit hole and seek truth, you know what I'm talking about. There's just so much information out there, and so much dots that you got to connect for you to find out all the answers that you're looking for. I mean, I'm still always learning. I'm never happy with what I know. I always constantly got to keep searching for more truth. And it's just who and how I am. I'm not trying to kind of compare myself, but in a way I am. I mean, the average sheep doesn't question shit. They don't question anything. They just go along with the program, chasing that money to survive, to pay for their food and take care of their loved ones. I get it, but there's so much more to life than that. The way that the system has taught us to live, society is far, far, far from normal. But people have been indoctrinated and brainwashed into thinking that society, for the most part, is normal, which is a big wrong. Sheep are just too stupid to see the truth, to know the truth. You know, they can hear about it, somebody can mention it to them. You gotta understand that the sheeple, they got a calcified pineal gland. Their pineal gland is fucking corroded with fluoride. Clogged up with fluoride and all kinds of crap. They got a closed third eye. You know, the beast system, one of the Illuminati's goals, or the elite's goals, in my opinion, is that I've been seeing it for a long time. Like, they're destroying anything that's real or organic. Any artists that are real, they're killing them. You know, they want just fake, sell-out artists out there that they could use to mold the minds of the masses. It's real obvious. It's really obvious once you wake up to that truth. You can see it clear as day. The system doesn't like anybody or anything that's real. Anyway, I just wanted to share some of the stuff that was on my mind today. I'll have plenty more content coming up, so stay tuned for that. But I appreciate y'all listening to me on this one. Until next video, peace and love. Later.